All right, welcome everybody. This is Brandon Ivey from Los Angeles, California. This is our special Friday update call for KGX. We hope everybody has had a wonderful Christmas. You're still enjoying your vacation. We've got New Year's coming up. It's going to be an exciting new year for everybody. And without further ado, I want to bring up the co-owner of the company for our updates, Mr. Mike Boggs. Mike, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Ivey. Appreciate it. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. All clear.
All right, very good. So first, I want to apologize because I have no idea what the heck happened to the recording that we did last Friday. So I'm going to pretty much do a similar call like we did last week with a couple few additional things in regards to some updates that are happening specifically within inside KGX, and also a couple items in regards to green. And I will go over again the new products that we're going to be releasing as we go into the month of January in the new year and everything else. So first and foremost, the big thing that's happening as an update in KGX, because we had legal sign off on it, there's been there's been several instances within the KGX company of people coming in as a customer and then waiting specifically and or exactly 31 days to upgrade into a promoter. So effective today, it is already programmed, it is already done. There will be no more additional payout on customers. For a promoter and a customer is the same commission now. It is $100. However, the terms and policies and procedures of being a customer still remain in effect. You must be, unless there is a 24-hour notification of an incident or accident of selecting the wrong notification, you will remain a customer for a minimum of 30 days if you come in and do not notify us that there was an accident of selecting to become a promoter versus a customer. So again, for the record, a customer and a promoter pay the same commission of $100. There will be no an additional $25 payout for becoming a promoter. There is some things going on within the genealogy that people were doing that to accelerate additional commissions. So we have removed that in promination of the great momentum that we are experiencing and the new additional items that are going to be coming henceforth as we move forward. With that being said, as I stated last week, over the next week and a half, we are anticipating for our Pentacles and founders to get first access to our Forex trading software. Those founders and Pentacles will give us information for any additional enhancements that we need to do for easeability of use of the software. We do believe that we will have a full-blown launch of that software to the general clientele in KGX by or before our first event happening in Seattle. That date of that event is going to be January 25th and 26th. Final status and remittances for the event is happening right now. So really looking forward to seeing everyone out there at our very first official sponsored regional Bitcoin bootcamp for KGX. So really, really excited with all that happening. With that being said, we are also looking for the predominancies of some new regulations coming down the pipe through our SEC and the CFTCs, hopefully by the end of February, based on what our legal teams are telling us and what we're seeing in the news and stuff like that. It has been since the beginning of KGX that we are planning and still are planning to release a crypto trading rhythm or crypto rhythm, whatever you want to call it. We are hoping with the passing of the new regulations was looking towards February as well because of Bitcoin EFTs. So hopefully we'll get some clarification on things that has to be done. So our legal teams will sign off on our crypto trading rhythm. But as for now, we do have a complete thumbs up from both our in-house counsels to provide the Forex software to you guys. So really looking forward to giving that. Also, we are in aggressive communications with one mainly now. It looks like they're going to beat everyone else to the race in providing a blockchain-based within the first quarter of next year as well. A lot of the inside people, the founders, will be getting very detailed information, hopefully within the next 2 to 3 weeks in preparation for that release of that product. I've been in direct communication several times this week already, even with the Christmas holiday being on Tuesday, with the executive teams over at Green, mainly specifically Dave Smith. Was on the phone with him yesterday. For those of you that have access right now to a Green back office, I'm pretty sure you have been seeing, if you've been logging in on a consistent basis, you've been seeing some visual updates into that back office, specifically requesting some additional identification, agreeing to some new terms and service, and also some additional tabs being placed in the back office, specifically the wallet tab. Based on the communication that I had yesterday, both myself and Dave would be, how you say, very disappointed if you didn't see the wallet activations coming henceforth right before the new year. Now, with the wallet activation, just make sure everyone's clear on this for those that you do have a Green back office, and that is just because the wallet activations come, once all that is done, you will start seeing the main push of actual Green. It won't be retroactively, it'll be a simultaneous process through the validation of the ERC Green blockchain. So don't expect once you activate your wallet that all of a sudden you're going to get a very large deposit right away. It's not instantaneous. It's just like a regular blockchain. It does take validations specifically for a sizable transfer amount. That comment is specifically made for those that have been with us and have purchased mining rigs since we started May 1st this year, which brings me to this. We are at the final precipice within the administrative switch from the old company into the new company. I am addressing all founders in the company. For those of you that have been actively looking for your founders rigs, be on the lookout for that to happen over the next week. For those of you who say that you are missing a rig and we validated the order, that'll also be within the same time frame. So we do apologize on behalf of myself and Green. We do apologize for the scripting delay, but unfortunately we've had to basically dismantle an old account into the new account, which has caused I don't want to use four-letter words, just a mess. And with the switch and the transfer from old ownership into the new format that we have here with the 3 owners. So I do apologize for that. So do understand that you will be seeing that specifically, meaning the founders of the updates into your back office and with everything going on there. Be also looking for an Eventbrite link within our Facebook page. Also will be delivered via email. And communication from the leadership in your teams and getting yourself RSVP'd for the Seattle event. Not specific on a set price yet. This will be a paid event. Doesn't matter what status you are in this company, you will have to have a ticket to enter this event, this 2-day event in Seattle, as likewise and any forthcoming events as we reach up to the end of April or beginning of May launch event in Las Vegas. So actually really looking forward to that. With the Las Vegas event. So other than that, definitely be checking your back offices over the next several days in Green. You will see minute updates within the KGX back office if for whatever reason, don't panic if the back office is down and you can't access or the training is inaccessible. That is because we are doing some updates within our DNS servers. So don't panic, everything's fine. Those are planned. It'll be minute outage, 10, 15, 20 minutes, give or take. We are not seeing or foreseeing any type of long delays in doing these updates. Other than that, this will be our last call for the 2018 year. We will be back in the office on January 2nd, fully staffed. So I do wish everyone to have a very safe New Year's Eve celebration into the New Year's Day of 2019. I'm really looking forward to bringing you guys very, very extensive updates within the first week of January and into the second as we progress in the launch of several of our products. So really looking forward to that. Other than that, do be safe, have fun, celebrate wisely, be safe to everyone that is around you, and make sure everyone else is being safe as well. So don't go crazy. If you're going to celebrate, do it, be wise. So thank you guys so much for being with us in our pre-launch event this year, and being with us and being patient with everything that's going on. So with that, Mr. Ivey, I can address anything. I'm in no hurry to go anywhere. So if you want me to address anything or anyone has any questions, I'll be happy to take them.
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, Mike, share with everyone, because we're going to take some questions. So if you guys have questions, you can write it in the chat box. But you said a whole mouthful right there. I mean, the biggest one that, very, very soon we will have access to our wallets, which is what everybody's been waiting for. But can you take just a couple of minutes to share with everybody from an owner's perspective as we are going into 2019, just what are the owner's goals and where do you see where the company's going to be, and what do we want to do in 2019, and what you would like all the members to be doing and focusing on?
Well, that's a multifaceted adjustment. So please understand that it always has been since day one, and that is to build the foundation of the company in full compliance. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people that were here with us in the beginning that are actually still here. They've been kind of sitting back and watching what we're doing. But I'm going to say this because it's a true statement. Of all the companies that launched near and around us back in April, only 2 of them remain, and we're one of them. And that's because we've led with education, we've led with compliance. I was officially labeled, I don't even know, Brandon, when you started that, but labeled the hammer, and I rule the compliance here with an iron fist, and we're still going to continue to do that for the very long foreseeable future, is keeping everything based on education first, teaching everyone how to fish, because that's an extremely important for people to understand that with or without KGX, wherever you are and see yourself with us down the road, is that we've provided an education-based system and foundation to keep you growing with our services without having to actually participate every single moment of your life, constantly recruiting, constantly bringing new customers. That's the whole point and foundation of KGX, is to help an individual, regardless of the statute of life or where they're at in their financial life, is to teach them to grow their financial life through proper education, through proper decisiveness, and do it all compliantly. Now, with that being said, with the new products, we will also adhere to those new products moving forward, academically, with education, compliantly, through deliverance of the policies and procedures, to make sure that everyone is moving forward in a same orderly fashion, so no one goes off the edges. Now, that specifically leads with those statements into the green wallets. Everybody needs to understand that when those wallets go live and those initial disbursements go into your wallets, I will be watching very, very closely on everyone that has a feed on their Facebook that I know is involved in KGX. Do not display, share publicly the amount of coins that you have in your wallet. It is a zero tolerance policy, and always has been and always will be, unless it comes directly from the horse's mouth, which would be myself and or the green team, display of coins. Don't do that. I will terminate you and then ask questions. We cannot give a false premise of value specifically to coins that are not being publicly traded on an exchange yet. So don't be showing off, don't be displaying how many coins, because a lot of you will have a substantial amount of coins in your wallet on your first disbursement. That also includes myself. So I'm heeding this warning to all of you now. I will not tolerate anyone displaying their wallets on any type of social media feed, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr. I don't care. Do not do that. I will not tolerate it at all. And the reason I'm saying that is because we still want to lead with compliance first. And the whole point is to actually have someone experience from their own perspective the value of what green is bringing to the table in all of their phases and all of their deliverance of their products. So we still must do that. Now, things are going to change and the game will change when the coin gets delivered onto an exchange. At that point, I will deliver the message on what you can and can't do on deliverance of the value of the coins and what you can and cannot share. So please understand that I have a zero tolerance policy and I will uphold to that. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a pinnacle, a founder, or a leader within your groups and are doing great and bringing great business to the company. I won't think twice. So please understand that. Now, with that, one of the biggest things moving forward as an owner and as I speak on behalf of the other owners is getting the connectivity engaged with our crypto boot camps. We are going to have an owner or owners at each event. So you will see myself, you will see Stephen, and you will see Will. We are also anticipating to have Mark Januszewski back in these events. Not sure which city he's going to be a part of. I do know for a fact that we will have Troy Dooley and we will have Mark Januszewski at our Las Vegas event, either at the end of April or at the beginning of May. So please know that you're going to have interaction for those of that you're going to be attending. I know Dan is going to every single one of them. You know, so there's going to be an owner at each event or multiple owners at each event, just to have that interaction so you can touch and shake our hands, hugs, all that good stuff, beat us, smack us, whatever you want to do. So we're going to be around at each of these events, specifically since Brett Manthony of Kappa Production is going to be handling all that. And then, you know, honestly, I need to give an appreciation to Dan Blayton, you know, for handling all of the swag and logo. But you know, other than that, it's kind of where we're at and keeping that foundation of compliance and education through as we move forward. So really excited about that. That's what's kept us around here. That's what's kept us, you know, in the radar of the black zone, not running and operating in a gray area. You know, it comes at a cost. We have spent a crap ton of money on legal, but it is all very well worth it to keep you guys safe. Let me actually address that question from Siddiqui. It says we can show your wallets privately or to those who are doing a private presentation. So you can show your wallets to people one-on-one, but just know that regardless if you're doing a private presentation, there is the ability to record that presentation by someone else. So be mindful of what you show. It doesn't matter if I see that wallet on any social media feed or passed around publicly. So be mindful. I don't want to see any wallets on any type of social media feed, period. Brandon, what part of your multifaceted question did I not address?
The last thing is, well, partly, let them know what to expect as we're getting closer to launch, because we're coming up with a new website. And so this is the ETA on the website, what it's going to be used for, and go from there.
So the new the new shell of the website with KGX is going to be more corporate-y, we're not going to do flashy, but it's in the premise of basically because of everything of the timing that's going on right now. You know, we'll actually give you ample notice when it does go live. I am anticipating that to happen within the end of January, end of February, as we do some updates into the back office to help coordinate with the face of the company and the proper branding of it. Obviously, Justice is going to be a part of that. Also, a big shout out to her for doing all that and helping with the social media. Big shout out to Ocean Joe and Chris Hanks for handling all of the inner workings of customer service. I really do appreciate you guys and handling that. So do be expecting some pretty, I guess I can say pretty big overhaul on the front end. Drop downs, more corporate look, less flashy, very simple to navigate, because we want to build that presence that we are a category king. I will never address anyone, you know, that we are a category creator, because obviously there's other companies out there that have education, but I want KGX to roll off the tongue that we are the category kings, and we're going to look and feel that way through our culture, through our website, and through our back office. And of course, actually Mafus, I believe, to answer that, Mafus, my boy, is the star of the week this week, who will be getting a shirt. Actually, Diana, I need to get his address, so if you could get that for me, that'd be great. Or Mafus, if you're on this call, you can directly IM me with your address so I can get that over to Dan so he can ship your shirt. But other than that, I guess that kind of gives a really good feel of what's coming in as we move forward here into the new year.
All right, congratulations, Mafus. Let's take some questions. If you have any direct questions, go ahead and unmute your mic, say your name, where you're calling from, and state your question.
Questions are $5. They can be issued to Justice LeBron.
Any questions? Any questions?
Everybody's muted. So
yeah, you got to unmute yourself.
You got to unmute yourself. Anybody? Going
Here we go. We got
once.
somebody coming on.
Got somebody?
Hi, I'm Jacqueline Briggs. I do have a question.
Hey, Jacqueline.
Hi, good afternoon. In reference to the materials that were misprinted, are we expected to get a new copy of those, or how are we doing that?
Dan is updating the print on demand for those of you that have received misprinted cards. We'll be getting new ones. Jacqueline, I don't know exactly when they'll be sent out, but when they are, I will. It's you and some other person, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not looking at my notes. That will be getting a new packet, new same quantity that you've ordered. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And then there is
Sean
a question.
Says, yeah, can we send an email confirmation to those who purchased a rig?
So in the new back office system, the AWS send out email will start triggering email confirmations. So the ones that come in via wire will be done manually, and the ones that are triggered via Bitcoin will be automatic. Because there is typically a 24 to 36 hour wait time from when a wire actually hits the bank account. Another great reason why I like Bitcoin is because once it's validated, it's done. Even though a wire is pending or posted into the account, it's not actually there until 24 to 36 hours after. So we will be doing that manually to get people understanding where they know they can get their receipt, even though it's in their back office. Also, another big update. The Pay Now button will be in bold print and red. So that'll be happening. I know that's been something that's been a headache for a while. We are going to change that so people can actually see click here, Pay Now. So yes, and Sean, so yes.
This is Wayman Docks from Illinois. I had a question about the support at gokgx.com. Is that valid? Because I've sent a couple emails there and I've never received like anything back. So I just want to make sure I'm sending it to the right place.
It depends if your email is blocked or getting blocked by, because I'm actually staring at it. I'm actually staring at you right now.
Okay.
You not in our email system, Wayman?
I must not, because I don't get anything. Someone else always tells me about it, but I haven't got anything in.
It's quite possible that Constant Contact just doesn't like it. I'm just kidding. I will personally verify that. Please know that literally within this past week, we've been running at less than third staff, half staff, whatever you want to call it. So I do get them on the phone, but I'm only one person, and I'm actually staring at 37 different unread emails right now. So I will personally take care of that right now after this call and put you inside Constant Contact. Make sure your email is valid.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure, sir. Let's see here.
We got a couple more on the chat box. Let's
see here. So Renee, we'll be getting our certificates to our rigs we have purchased. So Renee Hoffman, if you have purchased a rig and have access to your back office, your certificate is right there when you log in. So yes. Siddiqui says, can you address our electricity costs associated with the rigs? Some new people want to know. So as of right now, until the wallets go fully live and validations of the coin, Green is actually adhering to absorbing the electricity costs. When that goes into full-blown live, costs are going to be right around $75 to $80 a month. That will be taken off of invoice systems. So basically what will happen is Green will draw on a set value of coins to pay your electricity costs. I hope that makes sense. Patricia, you sent me a message privately. I actually remember. Yeah, you're part of the list, so that would get fixed. Renee, that's the Green back office. And Jacqueline, when you say authentication number, are you saying serial number? What do you mean by that?
Yes, sir.
So serial number will be updated as they continue to update the back office of Green. I can't control that. And it's something that I can't draw into the KGX back office. That's actually not compliant.
Okay, one other question about that is the one certificate that I have back there, but I have 2 rigs. So should I have another certificate I should be looking at back there?
No, it's one certificate to regardless of how many rigs you purchased.
Thank you.
No problem.
And Mike, I got a private question saying, when will our back office website be able to show points or the ability to be able to see how many rigs are being purchased in their downlines?
So that goes along with the updating of the back offices. So people are going to be actually start seeing points. That'll come first. And then each individual reporting based on the information and requests that we're getting from everybody. As far as the reporting, how many rigs have been sold, who hit another pin, stuff like that. So all of those are being done one by one, basically not to, because doing a report actually draws a lot of bandwidth. So we're making sure that the calibration of reports are done in either a crunched JPEG or PDF. I'm sorry, not JPEG, PNG, that's downloadable and carried into your hard drive versus drawing all that. To answer Gregory's, no, there is not an exact date for the exchange, and Green would actually provide that to me when that is official and solidified with which one they're going to hit first. So, very right. I purchased 3 if when the one from July does not show up to be set up. So Larry, you're part of the people that are getting fixed from the old administrative account. Any other questions?
Yes, Tracy Kubish.
Hey, Tracy.
Hey, how you doing, Mike? I just have a question here on the platform of the educational-based system. I know everybody's talking about their rigs. I've yet to get mine here. But will there be any kind of written kind of instructions for those that come onto the platform later who will be behind us, because there's a lot of things going on and things will change that will probably help us to help them along their way as they come into the company as well, that they could come along smoothly and so forth?
Will
there be something in the back office, somewhat like with the audio and video? Just, I mean, like in written form or something, like for instructions.
So each video has a. I'm trying to make sure I understand your question. So for those that come on, let's just say next week, and you want them to catch up or be able to read the information versus watch the information, is that what you're asking?
No, just for some might be with a learning curve or something like that, with others who probably won't be too much with the audio video, but I mean something that they could probably be step-by-step guide. But I guess we would do that ourselves. I mean, I was just thinking, was there be something like they're back there and all back office or so forth, but.
Okay, so I kind of understand for those people who are not understanding. So usually how I would handle that with someone that doesn't understand or is having a hard time absorbing the information that we provide is, well, really to redictate them back into the video and or PDF that are having an issue understanding, and of course getting them plugged into the live calls, like the calls with Brandon, the calls with Chris and Joe, all of the live update calls that we do within our community. So that's constant absorption creates basically, which is the 5 Ps: perfect practice prevents poor performance, and that is constantly having them bombarded with the information specifically to that, and not only that, but actually have them and walking them through to ask the questions to different people. Sometimes a personality or the subconscious mind works better with a different person. So someone might relate better to Chris Hanks or versus Brandon Ivey, and vice versa. Someone might like working with Brandon Ivey versus Chris Hanks, or Diana, or Rob, or Jairus Coleman. Everyone has their different caveats on absorbing information. A perfect example of that, Tracy, is, do you remember back when you were in school and you totally despised one teacher and you didn't do good grades, and yet the same type of subject was held in your 8th grade year versus your 9th grade year, and you did better because you liked to you see what I'm saying? So
Exactly. Yeah, got you.
So absorption, yeah. So same thing. I would apply that to the person if they're having some type of issue.
Yeah, and the reason I asked that, because I do have a couple people that are going to be signing on in the beginning of the year, and just kind of, I know getting them plugged in, I tell them, look, if you got any opportunity to watch any videos, go back, look over Brandon's, or even any other research you do personally. I know Brandon had mentioned out to us to look up the things when you go into the websites, what their fees may be, or what they don't allow, what they do allow, what their regulations are. So that way you get yourself educated as to the platform you are going to be on. That's something that we need to do ourselves. But yeah, thanks a lot. I did get that.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. Again, usually there's a lot of high touch within Chris and Joe's videos when they do their lives. Most of the times they're pretty funny, but again, it's just a matter of allocating that person to a correct teacher. So that'd be good. To answer your question, Dan, no, we do not have a specific hotel yet for Tampa. I am going to try, just so you know, Dan, I'm going to try to have that near Clearwater again.
Okay, Mike, thanks. Anything I can do to help, just let me know.
No problem.
Speaking of all that, guys, just so you guys know, the first 3 events is going to be Seattle, Atlanta, and Tampa, all within weeks of each other. So by the end of next week, we should hope to have the locations for the Atlanta and Tampa, and start promoting that now. Don't promote Seattle for 4 weeks and then Atlanta for 1 week. Well, we want to start promoting for all those 3 events through the entire month of January. And you guys that are going to be flying in to the different places, let us know where you're going to be, what's going to be, who you're going to be having coming down. We want to make sure that we can fill those rooms up in all 3 cities, and Justice is doing a great job getting some information out. You're going to see about promoting for those events very, very soon. So I just want to make that point.
Also, I'm going to call Sean Robinson out. Sean, I'm going to be ready to schedule an interview with you at the very beginning of the new year. We'll get that scheduled prior to the Seattle event, just so you know.
Thank you so
Sean,
much.
the voice
Thank you,
Robinson.
Yeah, well,
Thank you.
I've been running so behind. I did not miss your post that directed to me, Sean. I just been so slammed here with the holidays and getting all the new stuff ready for the new year. So I'm very happy to be part of your radio show and do an interview. So let's get that scheduled after the new year. We'll get that on the books, and I'll have Justice and Chris and everybody and Brandon promote that so we can get lots of people on.
Hi, Mike. This is Brad. I just had a quick question.
It's $5.
$5?
All right.
All right. Hey, regarding the Forex trading, is that going to be something where it's going to be a monthly fee? Is it going to be a base set fee, or have you guys talked about that yet? Or
as of right now, actually, I was having some conversations earlier today. We're going to be. I really don't like doing monthly on these types of services, so it is going to be a 3 to 6 month and a 1 year subscription. Yeah, so I don't know the cost yet. We're still negotiating that, but it's not going to be a monthly. For those for those people that are looking just to get their 1 foot or both feet wet before they go waist deep or all in, obviously we're going to suggest and do the lower end subscription and see if you like it. Just so it's publicly known, I've been utilizing this software for the last 6 months and am extremely pleased with it. Also, for public record, KGX does not touch your money in your own personal brokerage account. Unlimited access for withdrawal and putting in. You do have limits on what you can. That limit is going to be set on $25,000. That's the maximum you can put in, and it is full regulated that it's a 50-1 spread, which is what is legal here in the United States.
Sounds good. It's something you set parameters and basically automated kind of.
It is very much automated for all of our busy schedules.
Sure.
You can set the parameters of passive, semi-passive, normal, semi-aggressive, crazy. I've done them all.
Sure.
And for public recording that I have lost and I have gained. So you will actually get direction from the people that are part of this within the brokerage and the licensed brokers behind it.
Sure.
And that is, what they are doing for the week. So we'll be providing education on that as well.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Okay. That sounds good. Thanks a lot, Mike.
My pleasure.
And Mike, I have Sharon's asking a question about how's ATMs coming along.
Those will be launched within the first week and a half of January based on the conversations that I just had today with the bank. So looking very good. And I saw
I think that was Peter Blackwell's got a question. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So can you explain
your cost
more?
is $10, by the way.
Yeah, I figured it. I figured that out. No problem. No problem. But so regarding you touched that before, but regarding, I was trying to figure out, and I guess because actually some people wrote to me as we had a meeting, but how does it work? How do they kind of calculate or establish the value when you're talking about, the monthly we pay, talking about green now, when we pay for the monthly energy costs? Because I don't want to say any numbers, but if you think about it, we're talking about a lot of coins to pay monthly.
So what will happen based on the conversations is that green itself will actually set a dictated price on the value of the coin. That price will also be dictated on the first inception of the exchange and when it goes live, so it'll be very similar. So everyone's going to know publicly on what they are valuing that coin at, even though it's not on an exchange.
Mm-hmm.
That will interpret what the cost of the coin is going to cost to run your rig. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right.
I cannot disclose that yet because actually in previous conversation, most people, specifically the Thunder, what it's going to be set at. So, but we're so close now. It's already been set, Peter, and you already know what that is.
Yeah, no, sure. But that's the way it's going to work. There's not going to, for people, I'm just thinking out loud, if someone would be interested to basically pay, themselves instead of like taking out coins from the wallet, understand what I mean?
Are you asking if someone can pay via Bitcoin or a card? Is that what you're asking?
Exactly. Instead of if a guy has 20 machines, he's still, we're talking about, quite a bit of coins again.
Correct. Yep. I believe that will be a possibility, especially since the other things like, it's been public known that they're going to have an ability to transfer the value of the card into, how you get Bitcoin and stuff like that to make it, fiat. So that'll be coming as an updates as we get very close to that new portion of the product. So there's lots of things happening. Again,
but do you think that's going to be an option?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, that was it. Thanks.
No problem. I'll bill you later, Peter.
No problem.
Any other questions for all you wonderful people?
You know what? Since you have Peter on right now, and I know we have a lot of people from Sweden talking, I have not 100% decided that I'm going to do this yet, but I do plan on going again to London for the Blockchain Expo in April. And last year I took a side trip up to Sweden. So if we confirm that, I'd love to do that again, and we can have a private Swedish another blockchain expo event in Sweden while I'm in London during that time. So just saying that out loud for Peter, those guys to think about that.
When was that date?
The London event's April 25th. The only thing that's kind of putting a monkey wrench in that is all the traveling we're doing before, and the fact that our KGX convention may either be the week before, that week of London, or the first week in May. We haven't locked down that date yet. So determining that date will determine if I go to London and how long I'll be there. So that's not fully confirmed, but I'll just start putting it out there now just to be prepared. So we've still got 4 or 5 months now.
Sure. But let's hope we can put something together. That would be great.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, Brandon.
Well, you put it this way, Mike. I mean, if just like with Green and all the other stuff we have, we might want to make that happen. That we get back to Sweden for all those guys in Europe and have something local for them. That'd be a big boost.
Again, I'm fine with that. Specifically since the actual date of the Vegas one is not finalized yet. So, Peter, just so you know, for your international team, I'm very open to having Brandon out there. No problem. So why don't the two of you kind of coerce with that over the next several weeks and see what we can come with and make that happen.
Yeah, sounds good. We'd love to have him over here again. So that's perfect.
So, and I'll go ahead and bill you for Brandon's time while he's there.
As long as we get those wallets for the green, I'm good. It's all good.
And actually, that's fine, Diana. You can stay. Oh, you're in trouble, Brandon.
I just saw that. I'm going with Brandon to London. Keep him.
As you're gonna have your hands full with Peter and Brandon. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine as well. Any other questions from anyone, chat or verbal? Oh, Dan. Yes. Yeah. Well, somebody already answered. Yes, Brett will absolutely be doing the Tampa. I guess Charlie's invited. I guess we can.
Yeah, Charlie's on his best behavior. He'll be there. But again, if Brett needs any help, he's got my number. He can call me.
Yes. Yep. Okay. Very good. Anybody else? Going once. Going twice. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you very much to all of you for all of your patience, all of your perseverance through your individual issues that you have relied upon, and looking forward to making 2019 from the start to the very end with your loyalty, your presence, your aura here with us at KGX, the best that it can be, and help you build upon what you've already built upon here in 2018. May your New Year's Eve and your New Year's Day be safe, be happy, and very appreciative to everyone that has been part of your lives and us here at KGX, from the staff, the owners, and personally myself, are very humbled with all of you for being here with us from day one, and really looking forward to doing some fantastic and wonderful things with you through 2019. To all of my founders, my internal staff, Chris Hanks, Brandon, Rob, Diana, Joe, excuse me, Peter, very appreciative of you across the pond there. Mafus, thank you for being the star of the week. Very good. Very happy with everyone. Again, all of my pentacles, all of my founders, I'm very appreciative of all your hard work, all your patience with me. It is well known that I am going to be having an assistant. There will be an under compliance, I guess you could say, that will be with me as we start the new year. So I'll be looking forward through that update. So going to have the best of both worlds, so that we'll have the ability to get your questions answered further. So thank you, everyone. A very gracious and happy New Year celebration to all of you. And if you do need me, I am literally away. Again, love you guys. Very appreciative to everyone. And Mr. Ivey, if you want to close the call, it is all yours.
Thank you very much, Mike. And I don't need to echo everything Mike just said. Just have a safe holiday. Just as an update, there will be no or Saturday training tomorrow. Enjoy your vacation, your family. We'll continue that up again next Saturday. I will be doing my annual year-end call on Sunday, but I call it The Secret, getting ready for the brand new year. That'll be at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and I'll post the telephone number in our group to everybody. So with that, you guys have a great time. Thank you for all the updates, Mike. Thank you guys for the questions that you've had. Let's make 2019 your year, and all of us do our part as we move to make this the next billion-dollar company, and take pride in the fact that after a full year, KGX in the crypto space is still here. Not many tech companies can say that, and we're just getting started. Be proud on that and spread the word of KGX. See you all next year. God bless. Bye-bye.
Happy New Year, everyone. God bless.
Happy New Year to everybody. Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Mike.
Happy New Year. Bye.
Bye.